Farmers, welcome back. Lenson Mumo here, so that we may continue learning and unlearning about poultry farming. We have seen poultry farming is a capital intensive investment. That's why you need to do a retouch. Even now we have introduced now the CBC system in schools. There is what we call retooling. In poultry farming, you also need to do retooling. Today we are doing brooding, and I want to do a recap on the things you need so that you may have a successful brooding. So guys, come with me so that you may be able to see what normally transpires step by step in this poultry farming journey. Unfortunately, my good banana just decided to fall down. It's a very big one. Then it just decided to fall down, and it has not I don't know how to say it, but in my language we say it has not arrived. It has not arrived. It is not yet ready. So let's go, farmers, in my brooder so that we may be able to see what we have for you, and so that we may continue enlightening you on what to do so that you may be able to succeed in your brooding journey. Poultry farming is very easy, but as I have always told you, you will need a mentor so that you may be able to succeed. You will need a person who is already doing it so that you may be able to succeed. Don't read it in books. Don't go and learn it in YouTube alone. Make sure you get a mentor who is going to guide you. Then you'll be able to succeed. Guys, today I'm not going to waste time. First things first. Wood shavings ready here. We have it here, enough of it so that we may have it now in the brooder as I shall show you. I can see one of my chicken decided to lay some eggs here. Let's go to see what we need to have. So I bought, unfortunately yesterday I never managed to go and procure the plywood by myself. So I sent my delivery guy and he was not able now to have the plywood divided in the right manner. Today my brooder looks in a funny manner, but it's okay. It's a learning curve. So what do we need? We have our water ready here. We are going to mix it with the pre-brooding multivitamins, as I have always shown you in the previous videos. Then we have our food ready here for brooding. We definitely have chick mash here ready for brooding. I have plenty of charcoal here, which I'm going now to use for brooding. So everything now is ready. You can see now the brooding jikos are here. Already they are seriously heating, extremely hot. These are the best, but the challenge is one. They consume a lot of charcoal. I have this one and I have this one. So I'm going to have these my chicks in the brooder in the next few minutes. You can see my feeding trays are very much ready here. Or they have already been washed and they have already been disinfected. Then, as always, NEO-HEN Farms, my Sasso F1 chicks are here, ready to be transferred in the brooder. Anytime you see this box, make sure you greet me and make sure you support our work so that we may continue impacting more lives and changing the lives of very many people. Our drinkers are ready. We have already disinfected the place and everything is going well. So guys, you can see now this is a typical brooder. I just want to show you what we have in our brooders. Our chicks now at day 7. You can see how big they are. And today I have remained with around 400 birds, which I'm going to brood now in this small brooder, which you are able to see here. So you don't need to have your brooder either in circular. You can have it in oval like this one. Then you will ensure now birds are not going in one corner and they are not killing each other in the brooder. The other thing you ensure, make sure you have your wood shavings down like this one, as you can see. Then you cover it with this newspaper so that the birds may not be able to take these wood shavings. Then they'll be able to suffer now from chronic respiratory infections. So this is a basic method on how to do a basic brooding without a struggle. You can look on these chicks. On the other side, everything is going well. This one have already overgrown, and we have plenty of them in this brooder. So farmers, don't hesitate to be left out. You can give me an order on 0717 213 anytime. so that you may be able to start your poultry farming journey anytime, anywhere. As I have always told you, farmers, there are a million ways on how to kill a dog or a rat. So previously in my video, I was using now glucose. In this case, I'm using now this velvet chick start from Medicel. This one just serves the same purpose as the glucose. The only advantage with this one is just some multivitamin in it. This glucose will ensure that the birds are able now to catch up very fast when I introduce them now in the brooder, to ensure that they start taking water and taking feed immediately. Because the birds grow fast when the food conversion ratio is very high and whether you are able to feed as early as possible. Number two, I will have an anti-stress here. I will use now the amylite. This is now the amylite. This is an anti-stress, and it has some amino acids and some electrolytes. So it's very good for brooding. You remember in the previous video, we used oven. There are a million options in the market. So don't be limited. What you need to understand, you only need a knowledge to understand which components are in each and every drug. And number three, I will use my favorite antibiotic. It's called aliceril. Somebody was asking me, why am I using aliceril to these young birds? When you are doing your brooding, normally this is what normally happens. When the chicks are very young, they cannot differentiate between food, they cannot differentiate between food, water, and anything else. So whatever the chick comes before the chick, it normally consumes it. So the reason I normally use it for this purpose. I normally use it for prevention purposes, as you can see on this prescription. So make sure you only measure it on prevention. We are not abusing aliceril, but we only use it on prevention. So in case the birds consume any dirt in the brooder, this aliceril will be able to prevent now the fall cholera and also coccidiosis from developing in the immune system of the chicken. You have realized we are going to use now the feeding trays. The birds are going to sleep on the feeding trays. They are going to defecate on the feeding trays. And what will really happen is that the birds will now consume their feces, their poop, which will lead now to disease now coming in the immune system. Then they will eventually die. So as I've always told you, it's always good to prevent rather than to cure. So me, I prefer to do a prevention. So let's go step by step. I show you on how to do the mixing of these three multivitamin and one antibiotic. Make sure you have a spoon. This one. Let's mix very fast. I normally tell you poultry farming is very easy. You don't need to struggle. So you normally make sure you do have a spoon. Like this. Then this amylite, 1 full spoon, like this one. Then the glucose here. Make sure you have 1.5 spoons, like this one, 1.5. Then you mix it very well. Make sure you mix it thoroughly, like this. You don't need to struggle. Poultry farming is very much enjoyable. You don't need to struggle, just like this. You mix it very well. Ensure that it has you have mixed it thoroughly. So what am I going to do? I rinse again. Then I mix it thoroughly. The reason I'm doing this, ensure that you introduce. Make sure you shake it very well. This is not shaking what your mama gave you. It's just shake it to ensure that the ingredients mix. So the same procedure. You repeat 1.5 spoons, 1.5 spoon for the chick start, 1 full spoon for the amylite. Then I have a spoon for aliceril, so that you may not abuse it. You know the birds are not sick, so you are just being cautious with your investment, so that you may not lose any of your single bird in the brooding stage. So just do it like this. You don't need to struggle. Poultry farming is very easy, so never lose your money. When I'm here giving you tutorials, showing you practically what to do. So don't do a guesswork in your poultry farm. NEO-HEN farms, I'm not just ensuring I give you this quality chicks, but I'm also working very tirelessly to ensure that you get this knowledge so that you may be able to succeed in your poultry farming investment. As always, people ask, show us on how to mix. So it is here today. You have the tutorial here with you. I have a spoon, then our hammerite, just one spoon. Don't need to struggle. Why do you need to struggle? Why do you want to wait until the birds are sick and you can prevent? Just do it in a simple manner like this. Then mix it very well. Like this. Mix it, make sure it mixes thoroughly. Don't need to struggle. Poultry farming is very easy, but very many people complicate it. So you shake it well, you shake it. So you can see now, the water is ready now. We can now proceed with the process of having the water now in the drinkers. Then we are going to transfer the water now in the drinkers, then to the brooder, so that the birds may find now the water is already here in the brooder before we introduce them, so that they may be able to have it and drink it in plenty.